Hey, y'all, this is Ryan Monso, and this is a Cougar After Thoughts Show from GoCoogs.com. That's Brad Towns. He has a hat. And Houston wins 82-67 at Toyota Center. Yeah. Brad, what are your thoughts about what you saw tonight?
It was a good game. I was happy to see it. You don't want to get too nitpicky, but I would like to. The guards are going to have to help out a little bit on rebounding, especially. Sanak had another 10 tonight, and then outside of that, I don't think anybody had more than 4. JoJo had 4. But to give JoJo credit, you got to take into account he only played 18 minutes, so 4 is not bad. But we're going to need some more activity on the boards from the guards. But I think that's going to come. I thought E-Man was fantastic. Kingston was fantastic. I don't know where Sanak went after the 15-minute mark, but I thought he looked pretty damn good.
Okay.
And back to you, Scoop.
So Florida State shot 32 three-pointers. I don't know. That seems like a lot, especially since they're not very good at it. U of H free throw defense was excellent in the first half, struggled in the second half a little bit. I thought Emmanuel played really well. He did not have a rebound. I am certain that's what Kelvin will be talking about in the postgame.
Oh, yeah.
But, I thought it was kind of an uneven effort. It was fine. I think where this team is right now, it's fine. But Star Pizza, it is reverse happy hour right now. Go get your Star Pizza. You listening to this at home or leaving the arena? Go to Star Pizza. Reverse happy hour. Great prices. Specials on food and drinks. Go get it. Shepherd and 59 Heights Boulevard in Washington or out in Katy, wherever you're at. Get you some Star Pizza. Brad, tell me about that gorgeous hat.
Section 12X, section12x.com. Get your new hats, your new shirts. Unfortunately, I think, I have to check my notes. Black Friday sale is over. Sorry, my back is killing me, so I need some more medication. But they're Black Friday's over with, but they are going to be doing free shipping on all orders all the way up through December 19th. Every order will also have the expedited shipping attached to it, so Texas residents can get it in about a day. So everything should be there by Christmas. So go ahead and load up. Stocking stuffer. Put it on the Christmas tree even. You can put it as a big giant skirt, especially if you can order my size. Section12x.com. Go get it. Quit zooming in on me. I can't stand seeing my face.
Well, you're not the only one, buddy. Are you on some medication like back pills or something?
No, I need to be.
Yeah, I think the slurred speech would be awesome. I wouldn't be the only one with a lisp. Emmanuel Sharp has played so well in this building. If you remember a couple years ago, he won the MVP in the Halal Guys game against Texas A&M. He struggled a little last year. I think he had 13 points, but he had 27 tonight. Didn't rebound the ball at all. I thought Kingston played a great game. He had some sloppy turnovers, just a couple.
Yeah, he got real loose with the ball. A little bit.
He was loose a little bit, and U of H was loose. It ended up with 13. But Kingston had 8 steals. That's how you make up for 4 turnovers.
Yeah,
he was 8 of 13 shooting. He had made his first 3 3-pointers. He missed one right in that last minute. 5 assists. Just a really, really good game. Milos did not shoot the ball well at all. He was 0 of 7 at one point, then hit, I think, 3 of the next 4.
Yeah.
So at the end of the game, kind of got it together. Kelvin screamed at him right there in that last minute when Florida State had the ball, was screaming, Milos, get the rebound. And Milos got the rebound. So
yeah,
Kelvin's just really happy with him.
Sometimes you got to remind them that they can do that.
He's a reminder. I was right behind him tonight in the second row, and where he stands to, discuss things with the refs. He was pretty close to me, so I got to, basically be in on the conversations. I told him, I insisted that JoJo do those really quick turnarounds and hit the front of the rim a couple times.
Hey, I will.
They ran that play twice.
Give him credit. I think he made a shot with his left hand tonight. I think that might be the first one of the year. The rest of them are usually.
He dunked the ball.
He did?
Yeah, he had a dunk.
Oh, wow.
It turns out that's a high percentage shot, much higher than the other stuff that he's been shooting. Where'd he go? 3 of 6 today? That's actually not too bad. But Kingston is getting there. He's still, staff thinks that he's still got some learning to do. He's still got to, he's still getting there. But he started at such an advanced spot.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, I'm seeing more out of even Sinak. I thought he did better. I thought he did better tonight with being aggressive but under control.
Okay.
I really like the way he played. I wish we would still keep feeding him the ball, but luckily Manny was on fire.
Yeah, he hit some big threes.
And
what did he end up with?
27 points, 6 of 12.
6 of 12 from 3. That's pretty good.
But he had what? Let's see. So he's 10 of 17. So he had 5 shots inside of it. And those 5 were driving to the basket hard.
Yes. He did drive to the basket really well. And happy to see it.
That opens up his game so much more. What's his name? King McClure or whatever, who's doing the color commentary for Peacock. He's one of those that never shut up. He's a Baylor guy. But he did at least correctly point out that teams close out on him, on Emmanuel, so hard that he has pretty much an open line to the rim whenever he wants it. So it's seeing him attack the basket is great to see. I like it. That's part of the game that I love of Kingston's as well, is that both of those are attacking the basket, and it opens up so much more with this offense. I think at some point in this season, you're going to see Milos follow suit and join in the drive the lane party. And when that happens, his game's going to open up even more.
That's possible. Hey, Brad, did you know we've got something cooking for tomorrow night? Did they let you know about that up there where you live with the back pain and everything?
Is that the Rock? Is that what he's cooking?
Yes, that is the Rock, and that is what he's cooking. Good job.
Back in the Houston studio, we got a little heads up for Cougar Nation. Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Talking About Them Cougars is bringing in not 1 but 2 stars. Keyshawn Henderson and Paris Melvin are on Talking About Them Cougars.
I saw the graphic up there. That's a
8
big time
o'clock
lineup.
sharp, right after the weekend games.
I really just wanted to get you in your coonskin hat and eating pizza. And I think I accomplished everything I wanted to do. The key on the show tomorrow, the Keysman. Key.
The key to the city. I'm ready for it.
Fatty Crockett right there.
That's right.
Jesus. Pathetic. Sad.
It's a very warm helmet.
I don't know what you just said, but it sounds like you found the pain pills.
It is hot.
Get it while it's hot.
It is.
Are you going to keep it on? No. Why not?
I said it's
like
hot.
How do you not know that about?
Well, I don't plan on wearing it all the time. Selected moments.
That's fair.
And it was like $9 on Amazon. So, I mean, why not?
I was curious where it came from, like how you got it, why you had it.
I was just looking up just random stupid stuff.
That's one.
And then I saw the we needed some glasses like that, like both of them.
Well, they got the Superman is what I assume it is. Paris has his sign. Paris has his own bobblehead. He was sending me some photos from his signing day yesterday, and he sent me one with his bobblehead, and I was like, "Do you have a bobblehead?" And he was like, "Yeah,
of course."
Like,
who doesn't?
I'm the idiot for not knowing that he would have that. But Keyshawn and Paris Melvin tomorrow at 8:00 on Talking About Them Cougars. We're back, and maybe for one or two shows in December, and then we'll be cooking by January. It'll be every week basketball nonstop. Since we're here, we might as well do some other basketball or other sports stuff. Let's do this real quick. Duke is up 17-10 in the ACC title game, which I wish I could watch.
This. Knock on wood.
In Indiana and Ohio State are in a dogfight. I don't really care about that one. But the title games have been terrible. Terrible.
Yes.
I was at home last night. I was so excited. I had all the games on, and then today thought I was going to get something good in the Big 12 game. I did get to watch Iowa State beat the shit out of Purdue in West Lafayette.
Yeah.
I thought
Thanksgiving was over, but then there they were, elbow deep in the turkey. Good job, Boilers.
Have you seen the scores from the rest of the Big 12 games today, basketball?
No, I didn't know that.
It's been a slaughter. Baylor gets beat by Memphis.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Let me find the scores real quick so I don't get them wrong. The best win in the conference today, besides Florida State, is, honest to God, Utah beat Cal Baptist.
Well, I think Arizona's going to get a win tonight against Auburn.
They could.
Let's see. Kansas State. Ooh, Tang Gang. Ooh, sorry, Jerome. Hey, that 1 year was really cool. Congrats.
Yeah. Arizona State is up 22-6 on OU right now. Colorado lost to Colorado State. West Virginia lost to Wake Forest. Oklahoma State did manage to beat Grand Canyon.
Hey, Utah beat California Baptist. I mean,
that's I already said that.
Give their props. That's a juggernaut.
I'm a little. So both Oklahoma and Oklahoma State are in Arizona, as is Auburn. That's kind of weird. You don't see that. Grand Canyon, Arizona State, Arizona. Let's talk bowl games for U of H. So after U of H was in the college football playoff rankings, they kind of moved up a line. in the traditional thinking. But later in the
what
week,
is the bowl? What is the bowl order? Is there a bowl order technically?
so there are still some weird things happening. Here's what happens. BYU is in the position they get to choose where they go. They went to the Alamo Bowl last year, so they don't want to go there. They want to go to Pop-Tarts. So I believe they're going to be in Orlando.
Well, they need to go save some souls up in Shreveport, and that place needs it.
Okay, I don't.
They need that would be that's going to Shreveport might be safer than like South Sudan.
Okay, I really don't know what's happening.
Their missions.
Yeah.
They're not going. Never mind.
Yeah, that's probably best. So Tech is obviously going to the playoff. They should get a bye. And so it comes down to what happens with Utah. Utah and then Houston are kind of picking. I believe U of H right now is in position for the Alamo. I think it's probably like a 2/3 chance. U of H has been politicking for the Alamo with the Texas Bowl as a backup. The Texas Bowl, they still are hung up on selling hotel rooms, and so U of H is not the right school for that. So you're looking at the Alamo Bowl or Shreveport. And Shreveport would be against Kennesaw State, is what I'm hearing. That would be the worst freaking bowl game possible for a 9-3 Big 12 team. Like, I just can't. I don't know the history of Big 12 bowls, but there can't be any worse than that. And that Kennesaw State is kind of sneaky good. And so nobody would be up for it in a terrible location. That would be awful. Best case scenario right now is Alamo Bowl. You'd play USC. So you get you another sniff at Lincoln Riley. But it'll probably, we'll find out right before we do the show tomorrow night. So we'll talk about it tomorrow night. I just am not comfortable. I thought it was Alamo Bowl for most of the week. Talked to some U of H people today and said, actually, they were jamming Shreveport down U of H's throat, to which senior people at U of H, not going to name any names, were like, no, we're not doing that. We don't want to go to Shreveport. So,
I mean,
there you go.
Shreveport is such an odd tie-in compared to all the other bowls that we're contracted to.
Well, it works for so many schools, though. It works for Baylor and Tech. It works for Oklahoma State and Houston and TCU and Baylor. And even, frankly, Kansas State. I mean, the northern schools want to come south. Kansas, really, I guess. But it's not the ideal setup. It's not certainly, I mean, U of H experienced a couple of years ago. I've been a few times, not U of H related, but LSU. And I went one year it was Nebraska and Alabama, late 90s, I think, maybe early 2000s. And it was packed because those two fan bases just do that.
The only one that's memorable is A&M versus Mississippi State.
In the snow, in a foot of snow.
Yeah.
That was entertaining.
Not just a little snow. Legit blizzard.
I think that was 99 or 2000. I just cannot recall. Ryan, you said you have thoughts on bowl game. Yep, we got there. Great recruiting class, just getting started. Yes.
Loved it. Yeah, I think it's a damn good class. It really the last two classes have done what we really, really need. They've raised the floor on what we're bringing in. We've got some really, really good talent, obviously, but most importantly, we raise the floor. Like the lowest rated recruits we have now are most of the higher ones that we had in the past.
Under Major and Dana especially, it's night and day. It's just not even the same thing.
Yeah.
So
you're building a strong base, a much better base. I think we got four offensive linemen out of that. And you can see the difference in philosophies with Willie compared to even go back to Herman. Herman started going in the area of wanting to get bigger offensive linemen, thinking that we were going to get better offensive linemen coming out of high school if they're 300 to 330 pounds. It's like, the 300 plus pounder guys, the best ones are going to be playing somewhere else. The ones that are left over probably can't move very well.
Yeah.
So Willie's going after the target area of the ones that I like. They're about 270, anywhere from 265 to 280. That are 6'4", 6'3", 6'3" to 6'5", 6'6". But they're fantastic.
Shreveport needs Jesus. It's a Catholic state, not converting to Mormonism anytime soon. Towns.
Hey, you
half
never
true,
know.
half
Never
true.
know.
Alexandria North Baptist, Alexandria South Catholic. It's basically two states. I grew up in the Catholic half, lean towards the Baptist half. That's how it goes. Houston versus USC in the Alamo Bowl would be awesome. It would be a fantastic atmosphere. I think U of H fans would travel. It would not be like the national title game, but very few things are going to be that. But it would be an opportunity for U of H to show people, look, we do travel to bowl games. We are valuable. Because there's going to be years where if you don't have any history of that, you're going to get screwed. You're going to end up in Shreveport. Anyways. Apparently, we need to talk more hoops. Brad?
Oh, sorry.
It's your last warning.
Sure.
Arafan Diane was here, and I'm not allowed to talk to him as media. It's just against the NCAA rules. And so, but I was actually standing next to him, and we were basically the same height. I was up 3 steps, though.
And
we were basically the same.
Were you standing on your chair?
Well, he was on the floor. Iowa United is in town for a tournament. He was on the floor, and I was going up the stairs, and I looked back and was like, I saw an Iowa United black Nike hoodie, and I was like, oh.
They're playing in a tournament here?
Yeah. They've got 2 teams, 2 programs, and one is playing in a tournament here. I think the other is off. And so he is part of the other team. And why not?
Sure.
Why not come to Houston? So he's a large person. He looks intense. So I am excited to see him in a U of H uniform and see what happens there. Great win. What's with Khalifa, though? Would like to see him go up more when he gets the ball under the basket. I can see him getting to the free throw line quite a bit with how strong and athletic he is. Yes. He's just not there. He had a little bit of an issue today with a finger. But I just... He's a 5th-year guy, but he's really learning something brand new.
Right.
And he's on the same level as all the other freshmen, basically, I don't know. I don't know if you can project it, I guess, but we will see. Glad to see Mercy Uzon hit something in the second half, but too many turnovers. Okay. Uzon had 1 turnover. Mercy didn't have any. So,
No,
okay.
the team. I took it
There were a lot of turnovers, yes. But
we turned it over 8 times in the second half.
That's not great.
Yeah, I think Kingston got a little loose with it.
Yep.
JoJo
JoJo threw one away.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some things,
It's funny. Kingston, he just gets going. He's so fast, and he takes the opportunity to push the ball whenever he can. And sometimes, once we start getting on a roll, he'll get a little excited and get a little bit loose and try to do a little one-handed sling pass, and it's like, probably shouldn't have done that one. And one of the things that I really was, even though Milos had a really, really bad shooting night, at least up until the very last 4 or 5 minutes.
4 shots.
FSU wanted to get out and run. Kingston wanted to get out and run. You could tell we were getting kind of caught up in their tempo. I mean, their goal was to get us to run, because if they could get us to run, they have a shot, because then they can make it. They could make it like the way we used to have to play, and you have to make it ugly, but you have to make it ugly in your favor. So ugly in their favor is up and down, get going, and then just shoot the ball all over the place, and then hopefully get hot and get on a run. And we started to fall into that a little bit, but a big credit to Milos to be able to come in and control the tempo and still be effective. Now, he was shooting terrible, but he was doing a really good job of getting the ball to guys in scoring spots. I guess what he had 7 or 8 assists tonight.
I think he had 8, but 8.
Yeah, 8 assists, but he also should have had more assists, but it would turn into like more of a kind of a hockey assist. But he was getting the ball to guys in places where they could be dangerous. So I was really happy to see them playing the control and being able to kind of keep the team together. And it would have been real easy to kind of get loose. Possibly in the league. They did cut it pretty close. I guess kind of had them to a 4-point game at one point.
The least I remember is 5, but it might have been 4.
Yeah,
close enough. And they did it several times. That team was athletic. I don't know if they were very good basketball players, but they're athletic.
Yeah.
They kind of threw us a little bit of a curveball, and Jamie scouted and did a great job. And then they started 5 guys that they didn't start the last couple games. So that's happened twice now this year.
I haven't seen them play, but it looked like, if I was going to guess, it looked like they watched us play Alabama and said, "Okay, we're going to try to do the exact same thing. Let's get it 5 wide, and then try to drive to the basket and drive and kick and get to the free throw line." Because we will foul.
Really?
Like Kelvin said last year, we foul here. We do.
Yeah. Good win. Expected. Concerned about the play of Tugler, though. Does not seem to be improving.
I want to disagree with you because that's just my nature, but I do agree with you.
Yeah.
We got a long season. Got a lot of us ahead of us, but starting to get to the point right now where I'm like, are we going to have to start looking for another option? Because I thought JoJo might have been turning the corner against. What do we have? He had 33 minutes against Tennessee. The last two, 18 tonight and 20 against Notre Dame, kind of just reverted back.
I didn't see a second foul. Was that a reach? Was that a bad foul?
There was one of them.
9
one
minutes.
of them. One of them was a bad foul. One of them was like a bad call.
No, okay. Okay.
But I don't know. It was, we're going to keep going at him or going with him. I know that. And thing is, God, 20 minutes isn't enough because he's so dangerous defensively. So, he's all over the place defensively, but God dang. It puts a lot of strain on a lot of different guys that have to do different things or more and different when he's out of the game. And it changes up the defense dramatically.
Former GoCoogs intern Joseph Duarte says that Kelvin said in the postgame that Kingston had 14 deflections tonight, which is an insane number.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't happen. And so he had 8 steals and 14 deflections.
One of those, of the deflections, I know 2 of them led to steals credited to other people.
Yeah. So, history says the Cougs will be a force by mid-January. They're already winning games that they would have lost early the last few years.
I agree.
I agree with they'll be better in January.
This is wrong. I'm agreeing with you guys way too much.
Yeah. Is there a game in Toyota scheduled for next season? As far as I know, no, but there will be.
Yeah.
This one is put on by a company called, I think it's Intersports, and they're linked in with the people that run the Las Vegas NIL tournament. Believe they're linked in with the people running the game in Newark or in New Jersey. I don't remember if it's in New York.
I don't know if you got to talk to anybody or might have heard anything, but apparently Dubai is stepping up and going to have a November tournament next year.
I think that would be the stupidest thing you could do, to go and kill your guys flying 9 time zones would be idiotic. But there's a number. I don't know if you do that with a team that you think can compete. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Well, I don't know if it's going to run at the same time as the Players Era tournament.
Right. But you are locked into Players Era for however
as long as it exists.
Yeah. And I don't love that tournament. I just don't like these neutral site games. The atmosphere is
Well, the atmosphere is going to suck. And the attendance is always going to suck.
I
But
don't care
you know
about
what? You know what works? Money be green.
It does be green, and I perfectly. I understand. I don't have to like it. Like this game, I just don't like this arena. I just find it to be. The seats are too comfortable. It's just not conducive to a great atmosphere. I thought the atmosphere was actually pretty good, especially compared to the last couple of years. Auburn kind of got good. The A&M game, I don't remember it being very good at all. And there was another game here I think it was Texas and LSU a few years ago, and it was dead. It was horrible. But tonight, I thought the crowd was okay. I think the 750 students was a great idea, and congrats to whoever paid for those 250 seats at the end. But I thought the atmosphere was good for what it can be here. So we'll see. I do think you're probably going to keep playing here. And this year, with the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 here in this building.
I mean, I would think you're going to play it as long as they're paying.
Yeah, if you can make money on this.
I mean, I don't know how they set up, but
no.
I mean, if they set it up anything like the what's the kickoff classic at Reliant or whatever? What's the stadium? The Texans Stadium?
NRG?
Yeah. Whatever. I don't know what it's called.
Apparently.
But if it's anything like that, they give us money and then they take care of all the rest. So, if we're getting the same thing here at this, and they just write us a check and say, "Hey, here's this.
Well,
we'll take care of the rest."
This is NIL dollars. And so that's why it makes sense for U of H to do this now. It has not been NIL dollars in the past. So this I understand. The last few I have not. Last year was the deal with the neutral with Auburn.
Well,
I don't think you should do that, but
I mean they're paydays.
Yeah, but that one
they're going to
really
pay
wasn't.
us. They're going to pay us more than we would earn at a home game.
Well, I don't know if that's 100% true, but
I'm willing to guarantee you that's true. It'd be dumb to do it otherwise.
Okay. First time subscriber of Peacock today. I'm not sure I want this app without a ton more Cougar basketball. Peacock announcers were garbage.
I'm just
a fan of Peacock.
I'm just lucky I got Peacock with my internet subscription, with my Xfinity internet. Peacock comes with it because I would not.
So you had to have the premium, right? Is that what I heard? My mother was very concerned about this.
Yeah, if you just have the basic, then you would only get the regular Peacock trash.
Okay.
Probably get some
Baylor
soap operas and stuff.
The Baylor game in Waco is on Peacock. The Kansas State game at Fertitta Center on Valentine's is on Valentine's 8 p.m. Peacock.
Ooh.
Get it.
That's definitely incentive to make you show up.
Yeah, that's not great.
These two juggernaut offenses, Indiana and Ohio State, are 13-10 right now in the fourth.
Awesome.
Late in the fourth.
I have no problem with that.
I'm glad we're doing this show because I would have been asleep by now.
Yeah. Really interested to see how this team will look against Arkansas in a week or so. I think it's 2 weeks from tomorrow. No, today. It's a Saturday game. Okay, so 2 weeks. Next Saturday, you have New Orleans in the afternoon. Master P coming back. He works at UNO. That'll be fun. Or not.
Nice.
Who knows? Genuinely surprised to see 0 rebounds from Emmanuel today. There was a game, I think it was about early 2 years ago, and Emmanuel had a 0. And Kelvin made a big
game of the year
that
year.
Last year or 2 years ago. And Kelvin made a big deal about it. And that was when we got to hear, not see, but hear a little of practice. And he rode his ass for an hour. And I'm certain it was happening in other days. It wasn't just the day that I was in the back of the room. But yeah, I have not. Emmanuel is usually a pretty good rebounder, but he slashed and got to the basket today on offense. If he's going to have a bad day, it happens.
Yeah, I mean, And this was one of those weird weeks that we have during the year. Every year we have it. I don't know, where we have a random 7 days between games, 6 days. It's like a little mini vacation. It's like, okay, vacation's over, time to get back to work.
Yeah. There was a good chunk of the first half where it looked like they had been on vacation.
Well, they came out with their hair on fire.
And they did, and then it kind of slagged off.
Yeah.
Played a little bit of Florida State basketball. Trying to look at some comments, and this is not. Dubai money is a no-brainer. Money talks. They will overpay to have teams go to Dubai. Maybe, but number one, you're not going to go to Vegas and Dubai. This is not happening.
It would be hilarious.
You can't do MTE. You can't do multiple. So you'd have to choose. U of H is all in on Vegas, and they're all in on U of H.
And the weird thing with Dubai announcing when they did, that comes after it's already been announced that there's going to be 32 teams at the Players Era next year.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if they're looking for the top end teams, or they just, they want to just start some. Well, of course they want it, but they just want to get in the game, and you got to get in the game first. And I think Michigan said, I think Tom Izzo said he would be interested in going. Okay, cool. Sanak looked like he understood the system more tonight. What do you think are his biggest obstacles to overcome being a big part of the offense while growing defensively? He's young, and he hasn't done it. And he hasn't sat in enough meetings, and he just had the experience. And guys tell me that they learn in video, and they learn in practice, and they learn. But the one-on-one time, like you do one-on-one sessions with your position coach, but Kelvin will bring you in and just want to talk. And sometimes it's about life, and sometimes it's about defense, and sometimes it's about offense. And guys say that they learn so much from those opportunities. Like, that's why they come to Houston. It's not to get yelled at or to sit and film, but it's that one-on-one with Kelvin. And I think the more he gets to that, the better it'll be for him. I think he's for the most part, I think he's been really good. He disappeared a little tonight, but
I think that
are we down on him? I don't know.
No. I don't think that was down on him whatsoever. Just looking for some insight. To me, it seems. Okay. What do you think his biggest? Let's see. Starting to understand the system better. Absolutely. I thought he played really well. One of the things when you're watching these young guys, the way I find, or the way it tells me that they're starting to get it, is their movement and what they're doing off the ball. Mm-hmm. And I like how he was patient at finding a spot within the zone. I like how he works to get open. Too many times, this is a long-term deal. We have a lot of guys who really want the ball. They don't want it enough to where they want to go and get it. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people wait on the ball, and they're sitting there they got their nice little perch on the 3-point line, and their hands up saying, hey, right here. But I see him moving around, looking and working to get the ball. When JoJo starts to click a little bit better, the high-low game between JoJo and Sanak are going to be devastating.
It's going to be fun to watch.
Because there's a lot of opportunity to do damage there. But I think one of the things that's going to hurt Sanak is that in the second half of games, the guys we're going to are Milos, E-Man, then maybe Kingston, then probably Sanak. Just kind of where it falls in line.
Yeah. So Ohio State has had the ball for 15 minutes on their last two drives, and they have not scored.
No, they just
God
snapped up a
bless
field goal.
America. Yeah, I saw that. Duke is inside the 5, about to close that game out.
You know, them winning this and the ACC not making
That's a shame.
CFP is hilarious. But the thing, this is the ultimate chaos. But I like the thought of BYU. I wish we could get more money from them, but I like them missing the tournament, and I like Bama potentially missing the tournament because in the off season, you're going to hear, why are we playing championship games anyhow? If we're going to get penalized for playing and losing a championship game, why are we playing in it? And much like in the way I say to Texas is that, hey, you know, they're complaining about, whoa, we shouldn't schedule Ohio State. No, you shouldn't lose to Florida.
Correct.
It's like, if you don't want your your season to get hurt for losing a championship game, don't lose it. Pretty simple, right? Well,
Yeah.
Unless you like to have negative 3 yards rushing.
I'm not a fan. Star Pizza. You got this reverse happy hour. You can go tomorrow and get your lunch, dinner, right before you sit and watch our show. They've got specials all week. Tuesdays and Fridays, all you can eat buffet. Thursday, those wine and pasta specials. And you can just go in on a regular Monday and get you a personal pizza and a drink for whatever it is, $11. It's not a bad deal. Brad adds a salad for a couple bucks. Not quite sure why.
Because they're delicious.
No, it's not. It's terrible. All you're doing is eating ranch. You're moving some salad stuff around and eating ranch and croutons.
So
tomorrow night, talking about them Cougars with Coonskin Towns, Paris Melvin, Keyshawn Henderson. Going to be a lot of fun tomorrow night. Can't wait. It'll be our first time talking to Keyshawn on this show and Paris. You know, 2 big-time recruits that U of H got that they just have not gotten in recent decades.
Back in the Houston studio, we got a little heads up for Cougar Nation. Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Talking About Them Cougars is bringing in not 1 but 2 stars. Keyshawn Henderson and Paris Melvin are on Talking About Them Cougars.
I saw the graphic up there. That's a
8
big
o'clock
time lineup.
sharp, right after the weekend games.
Damn, you look good eating pizza. That's just fun to watch.
I liked it better when I was a gorilla.
Yeah, well, there's still that chance. What the hell is reverse happy hour? Pay more, yes. Pay more at happy hour. No, happy hour is typically like 3 to 5 or 3 to 6. This is the late night happy hour. So you go late night after 8:30 and you have happy hour. That's reverse. It's not you pay more. Jack, you got to get with the time.
Go late, pay more. It's like, well, isn't that a normal night?
That ain't happy hour. I got a question that I wanted to. We should be able to sell out Toyota Center for some big games. Well, one, I would say this is not a big game. It just wasn't. Florida State has a name, but they're not a good program. They're not somebody you're going to care about. The prices for this were really high. And it's hard for a lot of people to justify, especially December. You've got Christmas parties and whatever. And it's hard for a lot of people to justify.
I mean,
it.
if you're gonna,
I don't care that.
If you're gonna charge NBA prices, you better have really, really either top end opponent or a hated opponent. Better be A&M or UT or another top end opponent.
Yeah. Samson says it's so hard to get people to play in Houston against the Cougars, even in a neutral site like Toyota. He does say that, but you saw a lot of good games today. People going to other schools' arenas. Iowa State went to Mackey. Duke was at Michigan State. You've got Auburn at Arizona. Those are really good games. And maybe Kelvin's right, but it doesn't pass the smell test to me. Maybe he's right. Maybe because I honestly I don't know, but I see it everywhere else. Why
but they're going to go?
Houston
They're going to
be
go
different?
to. They're going to go play in other more established. As much as established as we're becoming now, we've only been really, really good for about 7 years. These
Right.
they're going.
I don't.
They're going to
think
go
that
on the
matters.
road.
I think you want to go play big programs.
They're going to go on, but that's not what they're. That's not why they're doing it. They're going to go to places that they feel that are going to be up there. You know, it's something to go to Fog Allen. You know, it's something to go to Cameron.
Yeah, UConn just played at Kansas.
It's something to go to Michigan State.
Yeah.
Even at Purdue. I mean, Purdue's they were freaking good forever they're being great under Painter, and they were great under Katie forever. I mean, back when his comb over was pretty common.
Those sport jackets were fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah, I could see why it would be difficult to get people to come here.
Okay, I guess. I just don't know that I don't know. It's hard for me to believe, but maybe I'm wrong. Is Mercy Miller just a good athlete, or can he shoot? I want to know. Mercy Miller can shoot. You have not seen it in a big way here. I mean, he was 1 at 2 today. I don't know. He can shoot. Chase McCarty can shoot, but he has put up more air balls this year than I feel like I've ever seen from a U of H guy. McCarty just fills it up in practice and after practice, but it just hasn't translated into a game yet.
Takes time.
I don't know why. Yeah,
I mean,
it happens.
I mean, it's all mental. It's all mental.
For
These
sure.
guys, you know, young guys, new guys, they don't want to make a mistake. It takes some time, 1, to get used to the game, 2, to get used to how to play under Kelvin. You know, you got to learn you got to learn to hear things that you've never heard before. People not kissing your ass 24/7. Then you got to learn how to be challenged. Then you got to learn the difference between being yelled at and being aggressively coached.
And I think this is a thing that a lot of people maybe discount, is it is hard to play the kind of defense that he asked for and then to be ready to turn around and shoot.
It's very hard.
I think the free throw shooting is like the premium way to see this. Is you're going so hard and then you stop and shoot flat-footed. It's weird. Now you've got to do it. It's part of the game. But I think it's a lot harder than people give it credit for. But you're here in an elite program. You've got to be able to do both.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a part of the transition. I mean, you know, The this year is going to spoil a lot of people watching basketball, thinking that look at how many great freshmen there are, and all freshmen should be like that.
Right. This is going to be an all-time freshman class. It may already be.
And
I think
you've
it's going to be the best
got
we've
true
ever seen.
freshmen producing all over the country, and at big programs and at smaller programs. I mean, true freshmen are really killing it right now. It'll be interesting to see how they all develop towards the end of the season. Some are going to be great. Some are going to get better. Some are going to fall off a cliff because once you step into conference play, as much as you're getting used to playing college ball now in non-conference, when you get into conference play, it's a different story, except when you're playing the bottom half of the Big Ten, because they got a bunch of donkeys at the bottom.
Hey, the Big Ten is always, it doesn't matter what sport, they're always going to give you 5 or 6 of those games that you get to just kind of take a seat and let it relax. I want to ask you a question. You were talking about conference games, and the Big Ten and the ACC have started playing conference games already.
Yes.
With this U of H team, I think it would be really bad, this current team. If you were playing conference games right now, not good. But overall, are you in favor of playing conference games at this point and then going back into non-conference and then potentially having non-conference games during the conference season?
Absolutely.
Okay, I think you're wrong.
Absolutely, I would love that.
I think you need more time for your team to gel before they start mattering. Because you just played your first game less than 5 weeks ago.
The thing is, everybody's going through it. Everybody's going to go through the exact same thing. Here's the reason why I want that is because we know what the grind of the Big 12 is.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Big 12 twice a week, especially whenever you're moving. It's even tougher for the teams up top because that's when you got guys. That's when you're going to get primetime games.
You're going to get Monday night games after playing Saturday.
Yeah, and that's going to really condense the schedule. But there's not a chance to breathe once you get into conference play. I mean, you're just jumping out into the deep ocean, and it's fight or die. I would love to be able to be able to kind of spread that whole workload out.
You do have 1 week in late January where you don't have a midweek game. And you're not playing 20 games this year, you're playing 18. So that's a little better. But last year, that was just too much. Especially as it happens for Kansas, and it's going to happen for U of H this year and a couple other schools. You're doing that Saturday, Monday turn several times. And U of H goes to Kansas and Iowa State in February on Monday night turns. And that's rough. So I do like the fact that the Big 12 sets it up and you start in early January and it's a 2-month sprint. Playing this early, then you would add non-conference games in the conference season. And I think that just feels weird to me. I don't want to, our focus is this conference and winning this conference. And then all of a sudden you got to go play Louisville or even Jackson State or somebody. I don't think it'd be a great thing.
I would have it set up with, you're playing your cannon fodder, and then I would be playing my backups. Like in this year, I'd be playing my second team.
In a January or February non-conference game.
Yeah.
Let's say you did a challenge with the ACC or the Big East or something, and you got Louisville, or you got somebody who's good, are you playing your backups, or are you going to go try to win that game because
No,
it's a net game and
because
it's a
what I'm talking about is when we're playing teams like, the
Jackson State, UNO, that kind of school?
yeah.
Okay. That's not Kelvin's way. He did it against Our Lady of the Lake in COVID, but no other time I can remember. I don't know. I think there's no right answer,
Well,
but there is a wrong answer, and that's yours.
Well, we'll never have to worry about it because it ain't gonna ever happen.
I don't think it will happen, but if you detach basketball from football in your media deals, it very well could happen. Your football season ends, and then all of a sudden you start conference basketball. I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
4 seconds left, and did Indiana win? Is it over?
Mine's on a stream, so it's probably over.
Okay.
But there's 18 seconds on mine.
Okay. Brad is clearly wrong. I love it. Assuming JMU and Tulane are the 11-12, who are your 5 to 10? I have no clue. I hate the playoff. I hate everything about it. I hate that it dominates conversation from week one. It just pisses me off. And ESPN is the worst at this. TBS is the best. That they'll be in a game and it's 2nd and 3 and they're talking playoff. And ESPN will do it the entire game. They'll do it in every game because all of them get the same script and the same talking points. TBS is like, fuck it. We're gonna talk about the game right in front of us. Cool. I would assume Alabama gets in. BYU does not. I just don't know enough about Miami to know if they're like going to be there. The problem you're going to have is Ole Miss is going to be in, Georgia's in, Alabama's probably in.
I mean, if
Indiana,
the problem I have with
Ohio State,
with Miami, it's okay. They're in the ACC. They didn't make the title game, and both the title game teams sucked. So if nothing else,
that is a shitty way they do it.
Yeah, that's their own fault.
I can't blame them. Oregon gets in, A&M gets in. I don't know about Notre Dame. I just can't wrap my head around they're a playoff team. But at the end of the day, this is a television show. And you got to have a TV product. And Notre Dame is a TV product. And so they probably get in. And I think it sucks. Because they play their first 2 games. They play the only good teams they play all year. And they get to backload it with Navy and Stanford and whoever else. And then their ACC, they have to go play some ACC schools. I hate everything about that. So, CFP is important. What sucks is the politics underneath it. Well, there's going to be politics in everything. There's politics in bowl games. I mean, you're seeing it with U of H right now. Shreveport should not be on the table at all. But it is because of politics and ticket sales and not being the brand that other schools are.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it is. But I just hate the CFP. But it's never going back to how I want it. So I'll deal with it.
What's that?
Number 1 is in the Orange Bowl. Number 2 is in the Cotton Bowl. Number 3 is in a Rose Bowl. Number 4 is, I like regional bowl games that matter to the people in that area. I mean, the Cotton Bowl doesn't matter anymore. It used to be the biggest damn deal. The Sugar Bowl. as a kid, the USF and G Sugar Bowl was it.
Well, yeah.
Now,
When you had 12 bowls?
well, you had less, but
I mean, you had
bowls
teams
that mattered.
You had teams with
SEC
8
champion,
wins.
But the SEC champion went to the Sugar Bowl. It's what you did.
Yeah, and the Southwest Conference went to the Cotton Bowl.
Southwest, the Big 8 went to Miami. Awesome. The Big 10 and the Pac-12 go to the Rose Bowl. Great. That's just what I like. But it's never coming back. So
no, and the thing I hated about it is, you've got 2 championship games being played on the same day and, split national championships.
Okay. I don't mind that as much.
I hated it.
I didn't mind it. I think Houston has a better shot at a championship down the line, the way the CFP is, versus 100%. But U of H has the thing about how the rules have shifted in everything is U of H has a better chance now than ever before. At least going back to 1979, U of H really didn't have a chance through the 80s, 90s. But now revenue sharing and transfer portal have made things kind of even out. And a big playoff and being in a big conference, yeah, you have a much better shot now than you ever would have.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have the right person leading the program who can recruit and who can find guys in the portal and develop them, could work. Indiana over Ohio State. Love it. Duke over Virginia. Okay. I didn't realize Virginia was like a 9-win team. Like, how did that happen?
Well,
I feel like I saw them twice this year, and I just...
You know how it's been said that our schedule sucked this year?
Mm-hmm. I think I said it.
It just so happens that Virginia's sucked way worse than ours. Like, they had the worst P4 schedule. Second worst. UNC had the worst. But I think their strength of schedule was like 86 on the FPI.
So they played Coastal Carolina. They were terrible. They fired their coach, I think. They got NC State out of conference. William and Mary. Stanford, conference game, naturally. Florida State. They left Charlottesville once before October 4th. They got Louisville, and they won that game. They had Washington State, which is so random. They had to go to Cal, Wake Forest, Duke, Virginia Tech. I mean, there's a lot of there. Yeah, that's not great.
But I mean, that's the way that the unbalanced conferences are, and they're somebody every year. There's going to be a couple of teams every single year that's going to be a 10 to 12 win team who played an abysmal schedule. Like the next time we get this type of schedule this year, we're making a run for the national title. Seriously. Okay. I mean, that's just the way it's going to be. Whoever gets this schedule like we had this year, whoever gets it next year, expect them to be a big winner. I know UCF's probably begging for it, but I don't know. Those schedules are already announced.
Yeah, everything's announced
for the next,
or at least opponents and locations. Yeah.
Yeah.
What really needs to happen for all this to make sense is there needs to be one more kill shot where 2 teams are added to the ACC, 2 are added to the Big 12, 2 are added to whatever. And that way you can split your conferences back into divisions, which they should have never left. And you play 7 games in your division. You play 2 from the other division. Or 8 games in your division, I guess. And that's it. And you play a real conference championship game because everybody in this division played each other. And everybody in that one played each other. But you'll
Well,
get there eventually.
The thing is, you're not going to see that.
I think you will. I really do.
I don't see the SEC doing it.
Well, it's all going to be chasing
I can
dollars.
see
It's going to be chasing TV dollars.
Well, I don't see the SEC doing it, especially not now because, I mean, the SEC West was difficult enough. Now you've got A&M and Texas in an SEC
You don't have to make
West.
it East-West.
The fuck you
You
going
don't
to
have
do?
to make that.
Just
North-South.
randomly pick some?
Why not? Vanderbilt and A&M and Florida State.
You're in the West.
Y'all over here. Texas and LSU and Louisiana Monroe. Y'all are over here. I don't know. But whatever. Still seeing a certain bias towards certain conferences no matter what. Yes. It's always going to be that way.
Yeah. And
there
you're
was a
going to
comment-
see bias. You're going to see biases between teams in those conferences. I mean, let's say if Minnesota went on a massive, they had just a dream season, and were 11-1. They would be the Big Ten would prioritize everybody but them.
Yeah, but Indiana's kind of that way too. I feel like they're in that same level.
I think they would have if they didn't have such a good year last year. They were definitely
Well, I'm talking about starting last year.
Yeah, this year I think they got more support because at least they were more legitimate. It's kind of like UCF being great or Cincinnati being great one year and then they carried it over and were great again the next year and they got rewarded with the CFP.
That's fair. Give me some more comments. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Oh, Brad died. How about this? Read that one.
Do you think what Tech is doing is sustainable? The evaluation of talent they bring in is bigger than the cash. They seem to be good evaluators. They were very good evaluators this year.
Correct. Last year, they wanted to run Joey McGuire out of town.
Yes. His seat was warm.
Yes.
Can they sustain it? I think financially, absolutely.
Yes. But you got to hit on all those guys. It can't just be throwing money. Kentucky basketball's throwing money out there, and look how bad they are.
Yeah, and I responded on one of the posts earlier today. Is that if all it took was money, then FSU wouldn't have lost or wouldn't have only won 2 games a couple of years ago.
Last year,
A&M would have run away with it whenever they had one of the greatest recruiting classes in the history of recruiting numbers. I mean, what they had like 8 5-stars or something like that. I mean, they doubled everybody, and then Jimbo, I think, would they win 7 games that year?
Something like that, yeah.
Penn State this year allegedly spent $26 million on that roster that started 3-3.
So I read something that James Franklin was proud of is that they paid 102 guys NIL money and rev share money this year. That's not sustainable. You cannot have your second string long snapper getting $75,000. You just can't. That money has to go to start. No, there's no minimum.
Well, I mean, is that what they were?
Whatever you want. I don't know. I don't know what the number was, but you can't. It's not going to work. You've got to prioritize stars and guys that will contribute. Paying the entire roster just doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, but at the end of the day, you've got to hit on all your decisions, and Texas Tech knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Financially, I think the money's always going to, not always. I don't see them having any issues. I mean, they've got multiple billionaires backing that thing. They got multiple 500 millionaires.
But they've also got a very good club of people. They've gotten people to commit at a lower level to fund NIL. And you've got to have that.
Well, yeah, but they're not. What I'm saying is the top dogs can carry the weight. And then they've got smaller ones that are in there, but it's not like you're like Arkansas was trying to do and get $100 from everybody who lives in the state of Arkansas.
Yeah, good idea, Hunter.
I mean, Hunter's brilliant idea. We'd be flush with cash if everybody just give us $100 in Arkansas. Did he realize what state he was in? Or was he just hanging out with a bunch of Walmart people and think everybody made money like all the Walmart?
Everybody owns Walmart. Yeah, everybody owns Walmart. Mario Puente, our fantastic photographer, just sent some of his photos. What do you think's happening here?
You must have saw Galen in the stands.
That might have been what it was. Galen's dealing with some family stuff today. We'll get him back this week. Kingston had 2 fantastic dunks in the first half, and he just was right there for both of them. Really cool. Good job, Mario, as always. Appreciate you. Brad, let's wrap this up. They are I feel like they're just closing in on me here. They're tearing down the court.
We still got time left in this game. Has Juracek always been as dumb as he has made himself look the past couple of weeks? I would say probably.
Yeah, he was not an impressive person to me when he was here. Not the least impressive that I saw or dealt with, but he was unimpressive. Mac Rhodes was sneaky impressive. Like, my expectations were way low, and he was above them. Hunter below. Chris Pesman. Eddie, the clock is still, it's to be decided. I think he's done some really good things, but his footing, the game keeps changing. And can he adapt to that nonstop? Because I was talking to somebody in the basketball program today, and she said something that we don't know if this person is good at their job, because we don't know what the job is right now, because the job changed this summer, and it changed the summer before, and it's going to change next summer.
Well, and I think this comment right here kind of goes on there. The cap isn't real. LSU
Correct.
just promised Kiffin $30 million in annual NIL.
There is a cap on revenue sharing. There is not a cap on money.
Right.
You can go now. The other thing is that CSC, do they all approve it? And you have to go through Deloitte, and that could be a nightmare. But there's no cap on money right now. There's a cap on revenue sharing.
But I think that the saying the cap isn't real basically is saying that the CSC is fake. Or let's put it this way. Everybody who has any sense whatsoever knows that the CSC is a straight up violation of fucking anti-competitive bullshit.
Antitrust, yeah. Use your words.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. It's late, dude.
Yeah.
They're going to try to lose this game.
Who?
Duke. But
going?
in all, But also, I can actually see how you can go above that. How you can go ahead and assume that that your money's going to get cleared through the CSC if it were real, because a lot of these guys are doing the same thing that Eddie's trying to do, and bringing any new sponsorship having NIL tied to it. So you can pretty much guarantee all of your corporate sponsors, if they're involved in doing NIL, then that's going to get cleared. So then, it would be a lot of those guys probably have a little more flexibility and a little more leverage to go back and say, hey, this money that you're giving for this, we're going to carve part of that for NIL. You want to give more? Yes, we would like to give more.
Mario says he's yelling at Coach Hollis about putting Mercy in the game. Okay. That's a hard one. I know what's being mouthed here. I can tell.
4th and 4. 32 seconds.
Who is 4th and 4?
Virginia. They're on the.
But they've got to score a touchdown,
33.
Right?
Yes. They converted. Inside the 20.
I can't believe we're doing this live. Just, anyways. Brandy and Monica are going to be here
shit!
tomorrow. What?
He caught it.
What does that mean? You're the worst play-by-play guy ever.
Virginia just caught a diving touchdown.
Okay.
It is now 20-19.
Okay.
It's going to get reviewed, but it looked like a catch.
So, the Baylor AD hiring is interesting. I know he has a history there.
Oh, he was out of bounds. He was out of bounds before he caught it.
I can't believe we're doing this. Okay. All right. Stepped out of bounds. Okay, tell me what you think about this Baylor AD hire.
Yeah, I don't know about it.
On the surface, it sounds absolutely stupid. 100% stupid. The guy is the president of field. What are you doing?
I mean, he clearly stepped out of bounds, like with 2 feet, and then they just hurry up and kick the extra point. They didn't fucking review it.
Really?
That is insane.
That is a conference.
That is, yes.
I am not a conspiracy theorist on this stuff, but that sounds.
I mean, literally, he took 2 full steps out of bounds.
I don't know, but good on Virginia
for
getting up there and kicking it.
If I was JMU, I would be loading up the trucks with firearms and dynamite.
I don't know what that means.
Getting ready to head to Indianapolis.
Okay. Anyways.
Wow.
What's up, Ryan? What's up? All right. We're not staying here through this whole game.
No, it's because
I'm getting out of here. All right, Brad, give me your final thoughts on this basketball game and whatever else you want to talk about.
Another win. Chalk it up. Saw some good things. To we need to work on. Just got to keep moving forward. When do we play next?
Wednesday.
Nice.
You play Jackson State, and then you have UNO on Saturday.
Really need a couple of big whippings, and we need to get some quality minutes for some other folks.
I think you just need to leave JoJo out there. no matter if he has 4 fouls in the first 6 minutes.
Just let him foul out before the.
Either let him foul out or just, I don't know, just get him in there and play him and play Sanak and play all the guys that are an issue that need to work things out. I think you'll be able to do it in the next 2 games. Tomorrow night, Paris Melvin, Keyshawn Henderson, talking about them Cougars. You're going to love it. We're going to have a great time with these 2 guys, 2 great recruits in this recruiting class that Willie just signed. We are desperately trying to get the kid from Iowa. If I can, I'm going to get it, but I don't know. Being big time by an Iowa guy, I don't like it. Not big time. It hadn't connected yet. So thank y'all. Y'all did a great job. There it went. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. Galen will be back later this week. Brad will be back tomorrow night. Martin will be here tomorrow night. Talk about recruits, Recruiting Plus, Keyshawn, Paris Melvin, bowl game. A lot will be happening. We'll see y'all then. Thank you for watching.